keep it realistic first. I ain't gonna lie. I'ma keep it realistic first. I ain't gonna lie.
Let's go back to realistic first, where we can talk about politics, relationships, the government, but we're going to put a realistic view on it so we can move ahead. Nancy Pelosi. This is who y'all vouching for? Come on, bro. Bro, you vouching for Nancy Pelosi. Let's hear what Nancy Pelosi got to say about the January 6th situation. But before we hear what she say, let's hear what I think happened. January 6th, there was going to be senators and congressmen contesting the election results and wanting to see them looked into further. And what's the perfect way to get all that to end? Relax your security so everybody can come busting in the door, which is what they did. And bros, I'm going to say bros, all right, not my white brothers, but my black brothers and supposedly sisters and whatever, all right, for you pro-black people, this is who you vouching for? Really? Come on, man. This is who you vouching for, Miss Nancy Pelosi, okay? Because that's pretty much what you telling me to run behind her. But let's check out some of the crazy stuff this vodka lady got to say. Let's go.
Horrible, horrible day for our democracy. There's no question about that. Strength of our democracy is how we would deal with it. But as I close, I just go back to where we were last weekend. Many of us gathered in New York for the 9/11. Now that was an assault from outside. What happened on January 6th, an assault from within.
Explaining to you like you some kind of idiot. See, this is how she's going to frame the narrative for you. Her media allies, and her oligarch country controlling people, they're going to frame the narrative for you. Now one minute she act like you be thinking like, man, is this lady crazy or something? No, she knows exactly what she's doing. You don't know what you doing or what you talking about. She'll tell you that quickly. You don't know anything.
It was an insurrection incited by the President of the United States.
It was not. There was nothing done or found or looked at that said that. Y'all just running with a narrative. Reason you running with that narrative because you are absolutely afraid, and the oligarchs are absolutely afraid that Trump is going to bust it up. But guess what? Trump is going to bust it up.
No one could have ever expected that or been prepared for something like that.
That's a lie. Hold on. I bet you somewhere, I'm willing to bet on it, somewhere, Nancy Pelosi was calling the shots on security or something and lapsed it or let it be lapsed or move the barricades back so the people can walk into place and we can have a reason to shut down the Senate and the House of Representatives on these electoral count things because we know already Ted Cruz and his people was going to contest it. Because remember, this lady and her kind, they really do love crisis. I'm telling you, like, they love crisis, bro.
But it had its roots in some kinds of white supremacy, anti-Semitism, Islam.
It ain't no white supremacy. Do I look like a white supremacist to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, use your logic. Do this. Do I look like a white supremacist to you? Y'all the most white supremacist people out there. I'm gonna tell you how. Because if a black person don't follow in with your code, with y'all side of the code ideologue, y'all shut them down. Y'all literally cut off their communications and all that. Be like, no, you can't say this. You can't ask questions. That's what they did to Nicki Minaj. Got her in line quick. She was easily like, nah, you know what? I better not. They just turned my 22 million Twitter page off. I better get in line. White supremacy. The people you got to worry about is white Nancy Pelosi, okay? That's who you need to worry about. Somebody who hit government, then make multi-millions of dollars. Got to be corrupt somewhere in there. You know what I mean? Let's just talk about the history of somebody who invests into the credit card companies, then pass legislations for the credit card company, which benefits her pockets. That's what happened, right? Oh, this is my husband. She's even been doing that now as of late. She's, oh, look over here at white supremacies while she knows that the government is going to close a contract with Microsoft and then she goes and get it. Or, you know what I'm saying? So she's in the government making the legislation to pass, whether it be electric vehicles or whatever. She's the person who's working who can push the Congress to pass the bill. So she knows ahead of time which way they're going to lean and all of that. She knows. But instead, while she's becoming more and more of a 100 millionaire and got big old refrigerators full of ice cream, she won't tell you to be scared of some white supremacy.
Homophobia, that's how the FBI director describes some of what is out there when he has said the U.S. is more at risk from domestic terrorism than from global terrorism.
See what I mean? Look how she's looking at you. You got to be scared of a domestic terrorist. And first of all, who do you think is buying what the FBI said when they'd have been calling lie to lie to lie, right? You want us to run with the FBI? This is who you vouching for now, Nancy Pelosi. But I guarantee you, if the FBI would have came out and been like, you know what, that was against your narrative. You can't listen to the FBI. She knows how to play the grimy game. You didn't get into politics, so you don't know anything. So why don't you shut up and let me continue to stack this money and run this country exactly how I want to run it.
Imagine that. And let me just say in that regard, that president, he did not create those problems I mentioned, but he galvanized them. And this is what
he didn't create the problems, but he galvanized them. What are you saying? Excuse me? Where? When? This is all made up fake news. Didn't nobody galvanize racism or none of that? Huh? Again, these are like one of those, that's why I say, here on my platform, I'm open for debate, but getting followers, you know what? I'm just here to make fun of y'all right now. I'm not, you want to debate, well, we'll debate, and it'll be a logic debate. But if you don't, I'm just continue to make fun of you. I don't care about your feelings. So I'm not here to be held. I'm here to be that counter voice. That counter voice that when they keep telling me to look left, I look right and go ahead and double check that too.
What you have to be aware of every place. He galvanized them, and the social media enabled that to happen. 2 million QAnon finding like-minded thinking.
Man, listen, this is why I'm going to make fun of y'all for telling me I should be messing with Nancy Pelosi. Like, this lady is crazy. Since we know that the Democrat Party is crazy, we hijacked the Republican Party. Yeah, I said it. We hijacked it. So all y'all diehard Republican, old head, George Bush head dudes, it's a wrap. We cleaning up the swamp, starting with the Republican Party first. So Mitch McConnell, we looking for somebody to run against him. Okay? We looking for somebody to run against everybody who wants to be. If you're not here to fight, we're going to run against you and get you out the way. We're not going to keep giving money to Paul Ryan type people. You know what I'm saying? We're not messing with them no more.
Dominance of this version of the Republican Party. Yesterday, a few hundred people gathered near the Capitol for a rally that was in support of the January 6th insurrectionists.
Didn't nobody show up to that rally but about 200 people.
That came one day after Republican Congressman Anthony Gonzalez of Ohio, who was one of the 10 Republican House impeachers, decided there was no future for being an anti-Trump Republican, and he announced he would not run for re-election.
Bam. See what I'm saying? Because he know better. He know better. Really what you should do to make this right, especially for black people who talking about to get left behind and all this stuff. If you want to make it right, you make both parties make an offer. And you vote for the best offer, then you use leverage against that party the next time if it can't come through for some reason. the Republicans that's deep dug in and the Democrats that's deep dug in, they are on the same exact team.
He's a sellout, he's a fake Republican, and a disgrace to your state.
Calling Donald Trump a cancer for the country, Gonzalez became the first of the 10 House Republicans who voted for impeachment after the January 6th insurrection to retire.
The environment is very toxic.
Liz Cheney and them. Liz Cheney, see, because since her daddy was Dick Cheney, we all thought, but she just been sent up the line to keep collecting the family enterprise kingship money. That's what she got sent there for. Bruh, that's why she got sent. She didn't get sent there to represent the vow. The Republican National Committee was talking about, yeah, it's dire in our country is this. Y'all ain't gonna stand up. The people that y'all putting up there and y'all telling me to donate for, they're not going to fight.
And especially, the dynamics inside our own party, which have sort of stopped making sense to me in a lot of ways.
A two-term member of Congress from Ohio, Gonzalez was facing a primary challenge from former Trump White House aide Max Miller, whom Trump has already endorsed.
Max's opponent is a guy named Anthony Gonzalez, who's bad news.
He got out the way, though, didn't he?
He's a grandstanding rhino, not respected in D.C., who
Dude was like, I ain't going to even try to run.
voted for the unhinged, unconstitutional, illegal impeachment witch hunt.
8 months after the January 6th attack, former President Trump is still winning the fight for the soul of the Republican Party. In a new survey, more than half.
Because you guys are trying to shit on the people that y'all want to move away from Trump while shitting on them. Here, I'm going to shit on you, but leave Trump alone. Trump's not shitting on folks. Y'all are. Y'all the ones making up shit and blowing everything. Ooh, look at this. They came in, they moved the barriers and some people walked in the building. Ooh, it's an insurrection. They try to overthrow the country. When anybody with 2 cents of a brain could see that was pretty much staged and let in. You know what? I'm gonna tell you how I know it was staged. Because I went to a Trump rally in 2016 in my home state. And when I went into the rally, there was no protesters or nothing outside. Like literally, they was outside, but they was like down the street, right? Then we go into a place at the fairground, which is like, the fairground is fenced in with security or whatever, right? And then you got buildings in the fairground or whatever, so we was in one of the pavilions. Do you know, Mike Pence didn't like Trump at the time, so when we came out, they had the news media and a bunch of people standing literally on the stairways where you got to walk out of this place to leave from the Trump rally in order to cite this image for you. Oh, look at this. And it wasn't even that many protesters, but it was the fact you could tell like they had gathered them up and was like, yeah, y'all come over here and do y'all thing so we can have this good shot on the news that, yeah, people don't like Trump. You know what I'm saying? Outside, it may have been about 15 people, but inside it was tens of thousands of people, right? So don't give me about that January 6th. What side you on? And that's not an insurrection.
Half of Republicans blame left-wing activists for the attack. Only 30% hold white supremacist groups responsible, and just 15% of Republicans put a lot of blame on Donald Trump. On Saturday, just a few hundred gathered at a rally in Capitol Hill in support of those charged in the insurrection.
Nobody was going to rally for that. So that was kind of probably Democratic made. Like Nancy Pelosi probably made the post to start that up. Like that was nobody who messed with Trump or seriously on America First was going to mess with that rally. Let's not even pretend, bro.
Ahead of the rally, Trump praised the perpetrators of the attack, saying, "Our hearts and minds are with the people being persecuted so unfairly." Meanwhile, Trump is trying to...
They are being persecuted unfairly. And they wasn't trying to overthrow the government, man. This is the narrative pushed again, narrative. The same way the narrative, you know what? There was no so-and-so doing a so-and-so because there was so many cases thrown out. And I say, yeah, I agree with that. It was thrown out because there was no time to gather the evidence. So then we turn around and be like, okay, let's do a forensic audit. Oh, no, there's no need to do a forensic audit. No. They said it was good and it was good. But reason you do want to do a forensic audit on some stuff is because poll watchers was made to stand back like 15 foot. Then you got tables and fine tables of people counting ballots, but you only got like 6 poll watchers that's only allowed to stay over in the corner somewhere, as if they can really even look at if any ballots got any problems with them or contest any IDs or anything. It's just stand in this corner and watch it. Right there was the first thing that let me know that something might be shaky. You can also add in the fact that all of a sudden at the same time of night in certain little communities, everybody was supposed to stop counting, but they kept counting. But then it took a couple of days to find out who the winner of the election was, and that to me right there spells problem right there. Why is it taking y'all so long? Y'all ain't even got half the voters that this state over here got. Why is it taking y'all so long? These are the things you're not allowed to say because you're fear-mongering and ooh. So it goes to show you how the elites really don't want you to have information or even to discuss anything. The authoritative, this is authoritative, so you got to go with that. When as an adult, I done seen flat out corruption from authoritative sources and people. Flat corruptions right in my face like, dang, this dude is standing here lying, but he's supposed to have the authoritative position or respect or whatever, right? So you'll be naive. You are naive if you think corruption don't exist. Same way if you want to tell me I'm crazy, if I say racism don't exist, you just as stupid if you gonna tell me that corruption don't exist at a high rate right now.
Purge the party of any Republican who crosses him, endorsing challengers to members of Congress who voted to impeach or convict him.
Straw that broke the camel's back
bro.
is when he voted to impeach President Trump.
The sham impeachment that our Congresswoman voted for.
Lisa Murkowski is so out of touch that she even voted to remove Donald Trump from office, even after he was already gone.
On Friday, Trump said in a statement, 1 down, 9 to go. Republican leaders are following along. In May, House Republicans stripped Congresswoman Liz Cheney of her leadership post.
For reasons that I don't understand, leaders in my party have decided to embrace the former.
You understand now. Listen, you'll be naive if you think that Liz Cheney don't understand. I don't even understand. I don't know how much. What? No, you understand. We about to get you out of the way, bruh. Your district or however you won your seat and made it up there to do what you doing, those people in your district is finna not vote for you, and you know that. So you're going to have to find another way to get into power, like get on Joe Biden's cabinet or something right now. And any Republican Party cabinet member in the future that bring you on for any kind of reason at all is participating in corruption. That's where they at, man. And I'm here to tell you, I'm here to make them look bad. I want to make them look like the back of a dog's butt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here to make them look bad. I'm not here to try to reason with them. I ain't no more reasoning. We beyond reason because you can't be reasoned with. So we're going to make you look bad. Comedy, you know what I mean? Viral. We're going to go viral doing comedy on your head.
In the California recall, Governor Gavin Newsom successfully ran against Republican frontrunner Larry Elder by running against Trump.
Wait a minute. Didn't Joe Biden win California against Trump by double digits or something, right? So that's why Galsum Newsom didn't have to be scared because it's a Democratic shit on the street stronghold, sir. That's it, bruh. You got to watch words. This is how all this is working. It's all about words, InfoWar and words, right? Or your eyes is covered with occultism, so you can't reason. Just totally whitewash. Your brain is closed down. There is no reason.
Will you welcome the former president's involvement in the midterm?
Well, he has his own agenda, and my view is we're going to focus on this administration and the future.
Look how they just sucker punched Mitch McConnell and made him, see what I'm saying? But Mitch McConnell his only leverage in the party, period. And he knows how, I know the fundraisers and I'm old enough to know what I'm doing around here. But clearly, he is not in charge of the party. And to be honest, we're probably looking to remove him. Watch. Realistic first. Let's do it again sometime. Like and subscribe. That's how you help the channel. And that's how you help me keep making content, having these discussions.
I'ma keep it realistic first. I ain't gonna lie. I'ma keep it realistic first. I ain't gonna lie.